Eswatini Lifestyle viewers, right now we're having a chilled moment with Jeans of the Vibe, your favorite private school Amapiano Kings. And right now on air, Glala Ingoma le matima kakhulu, and it is none other than Nifuna Wena. So right now we're about to find out more about them. Guys, welcome on the show. How are you? Okay, so can we briefly talk about how Jeans of the Vibe came about? Ningithathe from ekuqaleni.
Jeans of the Vibe actually iqale kanjani nje. Okay, iqale last year April. It was April last year. Iqala ngokuthi ke ngicatha never ngichaza ngcono leyo.
Okay, actually Kito, your producer, ne? Yeah. And I used to rap. Even though I feel ashamed of that, actually. Yeah, I used to rap, man. So, yeah. But like, what about like we call it something new, you know? Then from there, yeah, Sazama ritual channel. Yeah, Sazama ritual. That could have best chance. Best not time go to like ngaba ganje, you know? We're just taking some chances. Then from there, Sakala, okay. Then from the last for the music video for just April actually, because we saikabanga on just on a Friday, okay. I think like shoot a night video now. Access service shoot, yeah. But the connector you even access and logo about posting and which we had to spend some cash. So yeah.
Jeans of the Vibe. Where did this name come from?
Okay, kepana bes lele model. Sanda was talking stories. Best lele modweni and yeah, you give best I plan like. Yes, I plan and ngasho ukuthi it was just somehow a calling ngasho njalo. Best lele modweni and there was like yo, yabona imvo mangabe itele wena vele. Yo ngiba easy, yabo, iba easy lemvo, yabo. Iba easy. So sayicabanga best lele emodweni like excel. Yini imvelo igama lenyuno ke singasebenzisa because akusebenza kuqala ngabo boys athi hayi ngeke man, a lot of people yabo wonke umuntu you know boys then from there yeah sacabanga ukuthi okay let's just come up with something like kanje ngamtshela ukuthi igama lekanje le right you know like not perfect yeah and then from there hayi ke inamba yashaya.
I remember you saying you were a rapper and you were a producer. So if you can change the fusion yokuthi nithathe the genre ya amapiano instead of maybe like, you know, the obvious ones.
Okay, labanengi labamatiko actually. But ukuthi not basically a rapper. Ukuthi ube ngumrap. Bekhona a rap but at the same time abeshaya some soulful music. Yabo. Like khona ngoma yakhe sibangela ngengoma of which yagcina engaka release ake of course. So kule genre leyo we came up because ema piano maningi yabo saba like okay kulokuhlabelako wena nalengakwenda mina singaphuma na which sound yabo because ema piano maningi. So that's why we decided ukuthi sende le private school piano of which is soulful in a way yabo. So that's how we the soundless now.
You guys have performed internationally, you've also performed locally. Can you tell me more about those performances?
Okay, locally okay, let's sabona kona tsindewa. Yabona kenyana. Siqale sasebenza just last year a certain TV like just on a 31, ne? Yeah. 31st actually. So from lapho ke okay basiphakamisela like okay esesizama sibone ukuthi tawa wendekani besaba and we feel like I felt like leyo ngiyo lenkulu le leyasithatha sibeka somewhere because kwabana like video lencane lisafike sa thola lapha masa perform actually in a video leyo ngiyo lesilethele like ama performances lamaningi so leni siyaqala kusibona from leyo basibita yabo. Yeah, basibita from lapho everyone akhuluma ngayo Jeans of the Vibe yabo wonke umuntu akhuluma ngayo then from there hayi mfuqambe manga kwakhanya Solane sesidlala kayi3 silapho le gig lebe kunamlindo khona nakhona basibita sadlala ayasithi nayo nomunye lo sitile for ukuthi usiplaka lapha nalapha lokuncanyana khona pha Solanesi.
Now let's bring it back to one of your favorite performances and why.
So that's a game. Kunama shows angathi that's a game. Yo, onke cishe almost onke vele abe yabo. Mina I personally ngasho ukuthi one of la besikhona khona eSolanesi. Why? Because a crowd bekhona yabo. And then sine kwethu vele ukuthi sijabulise abantu and sibone ukuthi abantu ba respond kanjani ku music we. So I feel like yeah khona le show lapha beyigcwele vele bebambe bakhona and yabo sajabulisa. I feel like ngiyo leyo le. I feel like thine sayendi homework yethu grand chap. Then homework yethu sidlala ngasho ukuthi sidlala lo music lo dzingwa ngilabamfa at that time. So because wonke umuntu uya sidlala music la khona wonke umuntu atawukhona relate ngiyabekisa yabo asengithi probably Sunday chillers yabo kuchilika ngomuntu hled pass nakahledi umuntu ashad phuzo takhe kahle uyati ukuthi ngidawukhona relate ngengoma leti soulful leti pass leti akhuluma ngelithando ngiyabekisa yabo so lapho ku selector those songs leti right for that particular occasion yabo otherwise yanglo
Asisithi nje ngichuki nje ngiyavuka one day I decide ukuthi I know what ufuna kuba DJ. What skills do I need to possess?
Actually I think first me to understand the music. Ngithola. Understand the music first what ukuthi yini music. Music akusekho nje ufike ulalele nje. Thaba ile ngoma you go deep yabo. Understand nama keys. Yabo mina ungafika udlala instrumental less simple. But mina ngithathe ngibekele instrumental kude ama vocals yabo so lapha ukuthi uyithanze lemva kuqala before ungamanage ayisengifuna bang DJ mina yabo yamele uyithanze lemva kuqala before because ngaba nengoma ungibona ukusidlale wena uma ngathi lona wa connect kangaka yini lengaka ngiya understand le yabo every key ngiya understand that ngiyalokwendekana even though shy private school piano but trust me ungaqhamuka nondlela ingoma leti top letanyalo siqhamuke ethini ingoma lengisho yini ongayadi la private school piano but trust me I crowd yakho singayeva yabo because we siyayenda level thina we not just only playing nje yabo we also do make sure ukuthi siya entertain because mina we feel lemvo wena mawusa DJ actually yeah.
So now let's talk about the future. How is the future looking for you guys njenge Jeans of the Vibe?
The future ichaza yona kahle kahle yabo otherwise kuqhubeka sinikete abantu what they want yabo kahle kahle kuqhubeka siphushe ispan sethu and siqhubeke sibe ngithi and yeah I feel like yeah ne focus ngiyale mcoka ke sihlala focused every time and sitagcina sifikile kancane.
So where can we get a hold of you guys in terms of social media pages and maybe if people want to book you for future performances?
On Facebook we're Jeans of the Vibe and Instagram we're Jeans of the Vibe and in real life we're Jeans of the Vibe. Yeah, 24/7.
Thank you so much for your time, guys, and I'm wishing you guys the best of luck and as far as the future is looking, because it's looking so bright and I can see forgetting my shades, because the future's blinding. Yeah, and that's all we had from the chill session with Jeans of the Vibe, the private school Amapiano Kings. Do not forget to follow them on social media and of course support them because local is like it. Peace. Hi everyone, as I have been telling you to keep up with me, I hope you have actually been keeping up with me because a few weeks back we're at Godfather Barbers and speaking to Natalie about the grooming of male hair and the beards, of course. So today we are back at Godfather Barbers and we're here to talk to Kings Eswatini about the grooming of natural hair. Kings Eswatini, what's happening?
Okay, King's Eswatini basically, where should I start? Like from the beginning of the story.
I'd
Sorry.
appreciate that.
Okay, when I had my daughter, I think that's where it all began. All along growing up, I had always relaxed my hair, and I didn't really even think that there was any other option
Yeah,
except
true.
for relaxing it. Yeah,
Mhm.
because it was like immediately at the first sign of growth, you relax. Growth was the enemy. Growth was, unwanted.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset that I grew up with. But then when I had my daughter, I didn't really want to use harsh chemicals in her hair. And I had already dabbled or like gotten some information about the natural hair
Yes.
world,
Mhm.
but I really didn't have a clue where to start. So yeah, I did some research, and then I realized that it's not really as difficult as one would think. You just need a few simple changes, and natural hair is actually very manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but one of the problems that I discovered was that I couldn't get hold of products which were suitable for my specific kinky
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
The nappy
found
kind.
the nappy the nappy hair.
Okay.
Even the YouTube videos that I would watch, it would be people with very loose curl patterns, and I would try and replicate what they have done on their hair, but I would find that it's a disaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I realized that I had to make means to find something that can work for me and my daughter's hair. Yeah, and that's how Kinks was born. Although at that time I didn't bring the idea to life, but it was in my head and in my heart. I think maybe a good 5 years, and then I only actually really birthed the actual first product last year around November.
Ah, that's wonderful. So can you take us through the products that King's Eswatini has?
Okay.
And what they're mainly used for when it comes to the hair regimen and everything.
Okay. Can I show you, or should I? Is it okay if I hold it? No. Okay. This is our very first product. It's King's Shea Souffle. It is a whipped shea butter and aloe oil. So
Smells divine.
Thank you. Yeah, so I actually use our own like indigenous aloe that we find around here. It's not aloe vera. Yeah, I think it's called the African aloe. Yeah, which has been proven to have many health benefits and also benefits for the hair as well. So with this one, you moisturize your hair first, whether you're using like a moisturizer or water, which is actually the main moisturizer. Yeah. You dampen your hair first, and then you put on the shea souffle to help keep the moisture inside the hair follicle. And then it makes it much easier to comb or style or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, then the second, I know this is empty, but the second product that we have is just the pure aloe oil. Yeah, it's an oil which is infused with aloe, fenugreek, and also a whole lot of other rosemary, peppermint, a lot of hair stimulating agents. I don't know if that's the right.
Wait, excuse me.
Yes,
Are you the hands and the brains, or are you just the brains in this whole operation?
Currently the brains and the hands.
Okay, both.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, so this one you apply directly to your scalp. Even if you have braids or a weave or something, that's why I wanted one with a nozzle, so you can get in and just put it directly onto your scalp. But there's people who also prefer using the lighter oil for their hair instead of the heavier shea butter. So yeah. Okay, then I've got now an African black soap shampoo, as well as African black soap bars.
Whoa, African black soap for hair and not the face or the body.
Yeah, actually, African black soap
How?
can be used for everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just like the shea butter, you can use it for your hair, but you can also use it for your whole body.
Okay.
It's just that, like, when you tell people that you can actually use this for your skin, they'll be like, how? How do you use hair food as? But yeah, it's versatile. Yeah. So yeah, this is the African black soap shampoo. It's very good for kinky natural hair, but it's also suitable for other hair types. It's just that, well, for me, I'm focusing on the kinky texture because I feel that it has been neglected.
Hence kinks,
Yes.
Eswatini. Okay, so apart from the products, I understand now that Kinks Eswatini has actually ventured into actually doing people's hair.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Okay. Okay, I needed to get my son's haircut. So I texted one of my friends who I know his hair is always on point. And then he was like, no, there's this barbershop called Godfather's Barbershop. There's this guy, Gushe. So I was like, okay. So yeah, we came by and I just really loved the vibe, it's a beautiful place, and also just the energy is really amazing. And
Great service as
great
well.
service,
Yeah.
and Natalie was just so warm and friendly. She was so kind to my son, he was so well behaved. I was really shocked. Yes, and he came out looking amazing. So, okay, what does this have to do with anything? I had one of my clients, my regular clients who support my product. She had been asking me for a long time to do her hair. But okay, I've been doing people's hair, but I've been doing people's hair at home. So it was very unprofessional. People would be like bending over in my bathtub, and yeah,
Gets messy as
yes.
well.
So she asked me, and my mind just thought of Natalie, honestly, and I was like, let me just text her and ask her if she will be willing to rent me a chair at her salon. The worst she can say is no, yeah. So I texted her, but she was she was so okay with it, so the very next day, actually, this is 2 days after my son's haircut, I came and I was doing my very first client here at Godfather's Barbershop.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a very beautiful story. Now, can we take it to the hair?
Okay.
What are the common misconceptions about natural hair that lofuna waraita of no?
Okay, I think number one is that natural hair is ugly. I think we've all just been raised. They call it all kinds of different names.
Nasty
Yeah,
names,
yeah. And yeah, I think it's not. I think that's the first thing that we need to get out of our minds. Our hair is so beautiful. It's so versatile. We can do so many different things with it. If we want to wear it straight, we can straighten it and then just put water in it and it curls up again. And I think it's amazing. Yeah, it's magical. Number two maybe would be this misconception, which I think is common amongst, black people in general, that water is the enemy when it comes to your hair. Not in terms of washing, but
Rain.
we want to keep our hair as dry as possible, all the time, and yet actually our hair needs a lot of moisture, and the number one source of moisture is water.
True.
So even if you don't necessarily have like a whole bunch of products, because there's also so many products on the market. If you can just have something that can dampen your hair and a good oil or a good butter, then you can do your hair very easily. It becomes painful when you try and attack the whole thing in one go, especially when it's dry. Yeah, but if it's moist and in sections, then it's much easier to work with.
Yeah.
What's another myth that I would like to dispel? Oh, that it doesn't grow. It grows. It grows. It's just that because the curl pattern is so tight, you often think it's not growing when it is, and it's only like when you maybe stretch it out that you realize that wow, actually it's quite long. You know, it's just that getting it to stay in that stretched state for a long time is a bit of a challenge because of the shrinkage. Yeah, but it does grow, and it's possible to grow long natural hair just the same way you would grow your hair if you were relaxing it.
Yeah. Kinks Eswatini. We have a lot of natural hair fanatics in the kingdom. And they're going to watch this. They would want to know, Uti Simtolapi, Kinks Eswatini, how do they get a hold of you? How do they book an appointment? You know?
Okay, we are on Instagram as kinks_SZ. We're also on Facebook as Kinks Eswatini. And on both pages, I give all of the contact details, like they can DM or WhatsApp. And then we can talk and set up whatever needs to be set up.
Okay, so let's see some Kinks Eswatini magic on my hair now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
As much as you say that we want to care, the bombs went off a week ago. The grass here is gray. I've been walking all day, but I'm not sure we'll make it home. So if you trust me, hold me close and we'll turn to sculptures made of sand. And once they find us,